Howdy, it's Dr. Westner. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Welcome to week 10. Can you believe that it's week 10? It's almost over. And that means our video products will be coming up soon. So, without further ado, if you are here, awesome. And if you have a question, please feel free to, of course, type it in. I didn't get any questions on the Google Doc. So, I'll just kind of go over the video assignment briefly. So if you have questions in between now and then, please go ahead and type them in because there is that delay, so don't forget about that. And then once I'm done talking about that, then basically we'll be done. Just a few reminders about this week. So this week, and then not next week, but week 12, there are 2 chapters. So this week you're covering chapter 10 and 11, and both of the quizzes are going to be due Sunday night, and it is Easter on Sunday. So if you celebrate Easter, and especially if it's a big multi-day sort of process, then you're going to want to take that into account when reading the chapters and viewing the lectures and taking the quizzes and whatnot. So you don't want to forget to take them on Sunday night. Let's see. So that's that reminder. Other than that, we're getting very close to being done, and that's wonderful. And it's been super fun having you on class. So I will go ahead and start talking about the video project now. And then, like I said, if you have questions, feel free to type those in. So let's see about that video assignment. Okay. So what you're going to do there, you've got your video, which is 40 points, and your executive summary, which is 20. So for your video, your group can either choose to create an advertisement or commercial or something like that. Or you can, each person in the group can pick an advertisement to analyze. Either way is fine. The video will still be the same length, approximately 5 to 7 minutes. You're going to want it to be a minimum of 5. If it's 8 minutes, okay, you don't want it to go too much longer than that, though. So if we go with option 1, you're going to create a video advertisement. This can be for a product, service, organization, whatever it is. That already exists, or you could do an advertisement that persuades people to take action to solve a problem on campus. There's a variety of things, those are just 2 good starting points. If you have a different idea that you want to do, that's fine, but you've likely been working within those couple parameters anyway. If you want to do a PSA, something like that, that would be fine too. Option 2, pretty straightforward. Each person picks an ad, they do an analysis of it, right? So all of the stuff that we've talking about in class, the different theoretical models, the different characteristics that we might include to try to persuade people. For instance, in this week's chapter, right, we talk about fear appeals in chapter 10. And so if fear appeals were used in your chapter, or you're going to use a fear appeal in your advertisement, there's really great stuff in there that you're going to want to analyze that ad for, right? You want to talk about who the audience is that it's geared toward. You want to, and that's sort of stuff, a lot of that will be in the executive summary. The executive summary is going to be the in-depth analysis of the video, right? So if you create a video, you're going to create the advertisement, and then you're going to briefly discuss why you chose to do certain things, right? What theoretical framework were you working from? Let's say it was a fear appeal. Why did you decide to do X? Or maybe it's cognitive dissonance theory, and you're hoping that they're going to, reduce their dissonance by performing Y or something. So you're going to use the theoretical frameworks and the suggestions that they have in order to make the persuasion successful in creating the video or in analyzing the video. So that's what you're going to kind of discuss. So depending on what sort of persuasive appeals and that sort of thing that you're taking will depend on the things that you talk about in the executive summary and then give an overview in that video. So if you're creating your video, you're going to have your video advertisement. And if you recall, advertisements or commercials are typically 30 seconds to a minute long. So they're not long. And then you're going to spend the rest of your time sort of talking about why you chose to do those things, right? And I would say you could even have your video be up to 2 minutes if you're creating the advertisement. If you are doing the commercials, right, if you're analyzing already existing commercials, right? You're going to be showing your commercials in the video and then giving a brief overview of your analysis there, right? And because you're going to, and because it's only 5 to 7 minutes long, right, you might want to shorten those videos of the ads up and focus on the points. You might kind of give it, give a little bit more attention to speaking and not so much for the advertisement, right? Because if there are 5 people in the group and it's each a minute long, it's only going to leave people about 30 seconds to talk, right? Not even that. So if you need to shorten up those videos, you want to go ahead and do that, or pick the highlights and show those in the video. And just kind of talk about what, say this is the video, you can provide the link in the video there as well. And then show the parts that you really thought enhanced that persuasiveness. Does that make sense? Or that, that you noticed from analyzing the text and the video that you really saw as key in those advertisements. So that's what you will do for that. And then for your executive summary, like I said, this is where you're really going to go in depth into those theoretical underpinnings and why people did it, who their audiences were, etc. Okay. So for option 1, you're going to do that for the advertisement that you're creating. So what were your goals? What were you trying to get them to do? What theory did you use as kind of your basis? What strategies that they mentioned in the book to be successful did you use, and that you included in the advertisement? You're going to do an analysis for each of the advertisements like in the video. And for this one, you're going to just have a section for each person and their analysis. And with that one, you're going to also want to keep sort of the sections the same, if that makes sense. So for like each person, they're going to have their ad and kind of give an overview of the ad. And then what was the goal of the ad? Who was the audience of the ad? What sort of theoretical underpinnings did you see in the ad? What sort of appeals did they use? Was there a fear appeal, right? There may not have been. It might have been a logical appeal, right? So depending, once again, it'll depend on, but you might put the type of appeal in there, tactics that you thought that they used. So you just want the sections to sort of look the same so that it's easy for everybody to analyze it the same way. Everybody knows what they're looking for, those sorts of things. Okay, so that is all I have for the video, or for additional video and executive summary options. Does anybody have? I didn't see any questions come up. So if you do have questions, of course, just email me and let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And if we need a YouTube live video next week, then I'll do one. If not, we won't. So I hope you have a great rest of your week and rest of your semester, and we'll chat again soon.